Hi, I'm Helen Morris from the Stencil Library. I'm the author of Stencil It. A stencil is a tool used for repeating patterns or motifs time and time again in a neat and accurate manner. My house doubles as a showroom. Every surface in the house is stenciled. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques. One of them is using paint onto fabric, and the other is a free-flowing design going from fabric onto walls. I decided to use the Elizabethan stencil for this project because although it is a very traditional kind of design, there is so much scope for scale with this design. And here we've got a leather cushion which has been stenciled with gold foil. The technique that I'd like to show you is a random swirling technique where we're going to apply a couple of colours over a rich metallic paint onto a dark silk. The effect is really sumptuous and it is quite easy to do. So I'm going to put a light amount of spray repositioning adhesive, place it on, smooth it out. I'm matching the straight edge of the stencil up with the straight edge of the fabric. And now I'm pressing it into position, and now I'm good to go. The first colour that I'm going to apply to this fabric is a metallic underlayer. I'm working it into paper towel. The idea is that the paint must just be moist, not wet. I'm just going to whip that paint round in a circling motion. I'm just going to cover the entire pattern. When you're applying this paint, just tickle the surface. You're not really applying much pressure here at all. So I've covered everything now in the gold paint, and now I'm going to overlay some colours on top of it. I'm using a concentrated acrylic paint, which is machine washable on fabrics, and it will go onto practically every household surface. I am just going to randomly work that paint over the pattern. You want everything to look similar, but not the same. You can see how the random pattern and the metallic underneath really picks up that light. Another of my favourite stencils from Stencil It is the geese. Now this is shown in the book as a repeating design set together in a regimental pattern. Now I'm going to show you that it can be used informally as well by taking the motifs from the design, overlapping them so that we get a sense of perspective. So my geese here fly from the bottom of the curtain in formation right up until the top here, and then I'm going to make a couple of the geese escape the curtain and we'll see them stenciled onto the wall. The idea is that the geese are going to be flying from the curtain across the wall. I'm using a normal water-based paint, taking a small amount onto the paintbrush and then working it so that the paint travels up the bristles of the brush. And I'm going to use a technique called stippling because that is a more subtle effect. The stippling technique is just tapping the flat face of the brush straight up and down. To give the idea of perspective, it's easiest to do all of these small ones first and then overlap them with the medium size, which we're going to swirl the paint on. Starting on the edge of your stencil design, just tickle the colour on, round and round, little circles. This gives a much more solid effect than the stippling. So you see, even though it was the same paint and the same brush, the two effects are really quite different between the stipple and the swirl. And that's the sort of thing that you will see through the pages of Stencil It. We've given you 15 of these tools, plus 5 templates to make some designs of your own. There's a whole load of things you can do with a stencil, and hopefully you'll be able to see that through those pages.